Hello, everyone. We're officially here. Thank you so much for being part of our Girls on the Run Philadelphia virtual 5K. We're wrapping up our fall season as well as the virtual 5K. If you have any trouble hearing or seeing the presentation, please let us know by sending a message through the Q&A box, and we'll help you get sorted with that. I'm already working through my own technical difficulties, so thank you so much for your patience. If you want to chat along with us this morning, we're going to ask you some questions and give some shout outs. Send a chat message, but make sure you label it to all panelists and attendees so that everyone can see your message, and we're happy to visit with you while we're here. My name is Erin Schulte, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here to this event this morning. I'm the Mission Advancement Coordinator for Girls on the Run, and Girls on the Run has been part of my life for 10 years since I first started as a coach, and now I work for the Philadelphia Council. And I work alongside Colleen Kelly Howard, who's in the middle of this photo. She's our Executive Director, and Heather Plasteris, our Program Coordinator, and they're going to be joining us in just a couple of minutes. And this event could not be possible without the help of one of our amazing volunteer coaches, Astrid Schreier, who is here today, having just finished her team's 5K.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Erin. Yep, so I am one of the 3 coaches from Team Queens Village, and we just did our end of season 5K this morning. We had 6 girls that did amazing out along Front Street this morning. I've been involved with Girls on the Run for 5 years now, with this being my 4th season as a coach in the Queens Village, Meredith area. So very excited. This is my 2nd season managing our virtual 5K, because this is our 2nd season of having a virtual 5K with me and Erin co-managing this. So we're excited to have you all here. As much as we would love to have everybody in person at the Navy Yard again, you know, we're hopeful for maybe next season. But with that being said, we do want to throw it down to our correspondents who are at the Navy Yard. And you were just introduced to by Erin to who they are. So I'm going to throw it over to Colleen and Heather at the Navy Yard. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our coverage from the Navy Yard. My name is Colleen Kelly Howard. I'm the Executive Director. And this is Heather Plasteris, our Program Coordinator. And right behind her is the big grassy area that would normally be filled with hundreds of girls and their families and their awesome coaches. So we came down here. We're going to run the 5K course ourselves in everyone's honor for this season that turned out to be much more amazing than we could have ever expected. I think when we did this last spring, we were unsure whether or not we would have girls who would be running this fall, if we'd have coaches who would be able to coach this fall. And we're so, so happy that we were able to make it happen. And a lot of that is because all of you believed in Girls on the Run and believed in us. We're so grateful to our sponsors, to our supporters, our volunteers, our board, especially our staff, and Astrid and Erin for making this day happen. And making this week a great celebration for everyone. And I'm going to turn it over to Heather to say a few words before we start our run.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I wanted to give a special shout out to all of our amazing coaches. We appreciate you so much. We could not do what we do without you. I miss you. I miss you here today. As Colleen said, we are doing this in honor of all of you, of coaches, of girls, and hopefully we'll be here together again soon. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you, Heather. And thank you again, Erin and Astrid, for everything you did to make this a special celebration for the girls and their families. And we hope you all enjoy the rest of the program this morning. We're off to do our 5K.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies. Enjoy your 5K. Send us some pictures when you're done. All right. I'm going to start sharing again here. All right. You should be able to see my screen again. Let me know if you can't.
You're good.
Awesome. Well, I want to spend a little bit of time reflecting on this Crazy year and crazy season we've had. So here are just some quick stats from our fall program season. It's really amazing what we've been able to do. This 5K event this morning is the accumulation of our fall season, which we were fortunate to even be able to offer a fall season, considering all the changes that were forced upon us by the pandemic. We ran a little bit leaner this fall than usual, but we were able to bring our life-changing program to girls at a time when connection is more important than ever. We served 237 girls on 28 teams. Some of those were completely virtual, some met in person, physically distanced, and some did kind of a hybrid of those. So a total of 28 teams led by 88 volunteer coaches. We appreciate you so much. Astrid, everyone who's on the call here this morning, our coaches who are going to watch this later, we couldn't have done this without you. And a lot of the coaches were new this season. And so you joined us at a time when, it was really unpredictable what was going to happen from week to week, and you stuck with it and made it an amazing program for our girls. We also would not have been able to serve these 237 girls without assistance from our GOTR Scholarship Fund. Over 68% of our program participants use scholarships to access Girls on the Run. And so having events like this 5K and using it as a way to raise funds is really critically important to continuing to offer this program. So using this 5K as one of our kind of milestone events for this year, this is our second virtual 5K. Astrid and I came together in the spring and threw together a great event that really was wonderfully supported by the community, and we were excited to do it again. We know that a lot of people are really feeling the fatigue of attending virtual events. So I appreciate those of you that are here with us this morning or watching it later, because we know that it's tiring, but we love your support. We've had over 325 people join us for the 5K in the last 10 days. And that number is still climbing. We've had people register just in the last couple of minutes. Registration is still open through tonight. And thanks to your donations made during registration, as well as our fundraisers that got shared out, so far we've raised over $3,600 for that Girls on the Run Scholarship Fund. And that number is going to keep increasing. The fundraisers that each individual participant as well as team participants received, those are still active through the end of the month. So if you have one, please keep sharing it. Use this end of year opportunity to contact people and ask them for their generosity to support our scholarship fund so we can keep bringing this program to girls in 2021. Something new this season was group fundraisers or team fundraisers, and we have 20 teams made up of corporations, Greek letter organizations, and run clubs. This was a new component and ended up being really fun and a great way to get people involved in fundraising. Our largest team that participated in fundraising is Alpha Sigma Alpha at Drexel. They have over 100 registrants in the 5K. That is just incredible. And they even went out and supported the Queen Village team this morning. Astrid, do you know how many Alpha Sigma Alpha gals came out this morning?
We had 4 girls from the Alpha Sigma Alpha chapter serving as cheerleaders along our 5K route, which was awesome. They made signs and they brought the energy for our girls this morning.
That's amazing. Thank you, Alpha Sigma Alpha, as well as all of our other teams, many of whom have gotten shout outs on social media. We really appreciate you. We also have individuals participating from 18 states in Washington, D.C. You might remember back in the spring, our kind of theme for getting people to register for the 5K was to get people from all 50 states, which we were successful in doing. This season, we kind of shifted the focus away from that. And I was still amazed that we have people from 18 states participating. It goes to show, how far our network reaches. And when you share your individual fundraising links, that's how our network gets bigger and bigger. So we're incredibly grateful for everyone coming together and supporting our organization. So now that you've heard from us behind the scenes, I'm pleased to give you an opportunity to hear from other people involved with Girls on the Run. So we have some video messages that I'm going to be playing here from a board member who's here with us today, coaches, program participants, a parent, and sponsors. So feel free to give these folks kudos in the chat as you listen to their messages. If you have any trouble hearing the videos, please let me know in the Q&A box. So we're going to start with a video from board member Laura Boyce, who's here with us in the chat this morning. And Laura is sporting her GOTR swag in this video.
Hi, I'm Girls on the Run board member Laura Boyce, and I am just doing another one of my virtual 5Ks and wanted to just quickly talk a little bit about why I love this program so much. I originally participated in Girls on the Run as a coach in Camden when I was a principal there several years ago. And I had sought out the program specifically because of the social and emotional benefits it had for elementary school girls. And I got to see as a coach firsthand the impact it had on my students and the way that they were better able to relate to each other, the confidence it brought, as well as just the pride that they took in the running goals that they met. And as a board member, I love that I get to stay connected to this community to continue to see the impact it's having on girls. So thank you for your support of Girls on the Run. We are feeling more important now than ever in this time when girls are really limited in their ability to connect with each other. This program has been a lifeline, and we are really proud to be able to continue this work. Thank you for your support. Have a great 5K.
Thank you so much, Laura. We love Laura and all of our board members, and we're so grateful for their service to our program and to our girls. Next is a message from Coach Margot. Margot, are you here this morning? Yes, you are. I am excited to play this message from you.
Hi everyone, my name is Margot Salter and I am a Girls on the Run coach at a Philly public school that I teach at called Thomas Mifflin. I actually got into Girls on the Run 16 years ago. I was a participant myself at a program in Northern Virginia. My mom's best friend started the program. I really wasn't a fan of running. She still made my sister and I do it, but I got so much more out of it than running laps around the neighborhood. I remember the social skills. I remember the games we would play. I remember meeting new girls and just having a ball. And that actually made me want to bring Girls on the Run then to a school that I teach at. And coaching made me a runner myself. Now I train for my own races because when I coached starting in 2017, I decided I had to train and I had to run that 5K at the end of the season with them. I wanted to be next to them the whole time. I wanted to cross the finish line with them. I wanted to reel in all of the excitement and pride and help them as well reach their goals right next to them. And I wanted to bring it to our school because we didn't have many programs after school, and more than ever, especially in the time of the pandemic, we need programs like this, especially for our vulnerable girls whose neighborhoods don't have any programs right now. They need this light at the end of the tunnel, and that's exactly what it is. What it was this season for my girls was it was that bright spot at the end of the day. Twice a week, they got to relax, they got to move their bodies, they got to see girls in other classes that they haven't seen since March, and they got to have fun. They involved their family, they involved their siblings, and they got to move their bodies in their homes, outside. And they just had a blast. And more than ever, we need programs like this. It's so important to keep moving our bodies, to build that resilience in girls as well, to build their self-esteem, their relationships, their emotions, get in touch with all of their feelings. We need these so much. And even the most hesitant girls get the most out of it. Honestly, they get probably more out of it than anyone else. At the end of the season, you can see all those skills come together in them. And they're just so proud of themselves, especially crossing that finish line or even finishing the practice 5K or this year, the K your way, however you're doing it. We need this for our girls. And I just want to say congratulations. Thank you for being here. If you are a participant, a parent, a coach, a donor, whatever you are, a community member, a buddy runner, thank you so much for being here. We need you. We need this program. Our girls need us. And if you are a girl participant this season, congratulations. Really, you showed up, whether online, whether in person, with a mask on, socially distanced, you showed up. You did it. You did something for yourself, something bigger than yourself. And I hope that you got something out of it this season. I know that I did myself as a coach. And congratulations on practice or finishing your K your way at the end of your season, whether you've already done it or whether you're going to, whether you're biking, running, jogging, skipping, crawling, whatever you're going to do, congratulations. And please involve your family, involve your neighbors, get out there and move your bodies. I'm so proud of you all. We need you. We need you here. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, thank you, Margot. We're so grateful to have you as a continued dedicated volunteer of Girls on the Run. It's so great to hear from you. And next, we have a message from a pair of coaches who keep coming back to Girls on the Run year after year.
Hi, this is Coach Alexis and Coach Lindsay from Kendrick Girls on the Run. We've been coaching now for 7 seasons. And one of the things that I love about Girls on the Run is just Hi, this is Coach Alexis and Coach Lindsay from Kendrick Girls on the Run. We've been coaching now for 7 seasons. And one of the things that I love about Girls on the Run is just watching the girls transform over the course of a season from maybe not thinking that they're the best runners or not really knowing how to kind of speak to members of the team. Sometimes they come in really, really shy, to watch them kind of grow and blossom at the end of the season as they compete in their 5K and practice 5K. And just seeing, how excited they get when they see each other over the, practices.
Yeah, seeing their personalities blossom during the season. A lot of them come in, and especially the 3rd graders, are very immature and giddy and giggly. And then by the time the end of the season, they're a whole new girl after learning all the tools and skills that we talk about throughout the season.
And that's one of the things that we really thought was very important about Girls on the Run, and one of the reasons that
Did you all lose audio on the video? All right, sorry about that. Bear with me.
we really continued to have it, especially here at Kendrick. We are a recreation center, not a school. So a lot of the girls that we have are from different areas, different schools, things like that, where they wouldn't have known each other otherwise. So they really are meeting new students and new friends from all over the place. And it's an important thing for our neighborhood to have.
Yeah, the diversity on our team is really good, and we have a bunch of different types of girls too. We have gymnasts, we have theater, art girls, we have kind of girls that don't really know their place yet, and they kind of find it and find new friends. And then it's nice for us too because a lot of the girls are already in programs here, so we get to see them in Girls on the Run, but then we also get to see them in their other programs and what they take from Girls on the Run and use at summer camp or after school. It's a really neat thing to see.
We've also loved to, one of the things about coming back, especially after COVID, where unfortunately a lot of our Girls on the Run teams, our season was cut short twice. We really love seeing kind of the jump in maturity between some of the girls. Some of them, when we ended the first season, which was cut short back in March, they still seemed a little younger maybe for their age, or a little mature. So to see them come back and to see them really kind of, they're mediating different things where we don't necessarily need to jump in. They're already using their Girls on the Run tools, or they're pushing their teammates forward where before they would maybe need more prompting. That's been something that kind of absolutely speaks to, I think, the program itself and the team itself.
And I think too that their season getting cut short in the spring and then being forced to isolate and be virtual and only see their friends through a computer screen. When we came back in the fall, I feel the girls were just ready, they were there, they were in it. Whereas other seasons, they kind of took a little bit longer. They just love being back together.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that's so important, especially to come back and really be in person and to be, outside with other people, even if it was outside rather than virtually. I think, especially coming into today's very, very virtual environment and being online all the time or being around even social media all the time, those things and the messages that they receive over social media, even from commercials and things like that, that starts super, super young, where they start to kind of think of themselves or how their bodies look or how maybe they interact with their schoolmates. So to have a program like this, especially in a virtual landscape, be in person and to really reinforce those kind of more positive things, compromise, how to pick and choose friends, how to mediate, how to stop and take a breather. I think those are even more important now when you are more virtual and you maybe will need them because you are more isolated and at home than ever before.
Yeah, I'll never forget too this season when we were asking the girls at the end, Naya had pointed out that one of the things she learned at Girls on the Run was she didn't realize that we had so many emotions and the different types and like what they did. So like I feel like that is super important, especially today, because I mean I know myself, like I've been feeling a lot of different emotions during this, and like I'm an adult, so can only imagine what the girls have been feeling, and if they don't understand how to navigate them, like that can be really hard.
Yeah, so I think having that support there, having that team there, having us there, it's different than having a parent, but in a really good way. So that's been really great, and I think for me personally, I mean, you see Girls on the Run, and you see the ripple effect that it has in Girls on the Run, so you just know that it has a ripple effect in their family, or in their school life, or amongst their friends group, and I mean, it's just really a privilege to be a part of.
I agree.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I love that message from Lindsay and Alexis. I do apologize the way I put it on the slide. Crop their heads off a little bit, but you got the message from them, and we're so grateful for you to be a part of this program. 7 seasons on. That's just incredible. If you did turn up the volume to hear them, you can probably turn it back down for the next video. Just don't want you to get blared. So now we're going to hear from some girls who are actually in the program this season.
Girls on the Run is so much fun because we get out of the house and we come to Girls on the Run, and if we have a bad day, it kind of cheers us up. Girls on the Run is so much fun because we get to come out of the house after a day of virtual school and see all our friends in person.
I love it. Thank you, Abby and Scarlett, for your message. And now we've got a video from George and Noelle from Astrid's Queen Village team.
Hi, I'm George Hoffman, and this is my daughter, Noelle. And this year is Noelle's 3rd time in Girls on the Run. We ran the 5K together this time last year, and we were really disappointed when last season was canceled when everything shut down due to COVID, and we thought that was it for Girls on the Run, and there'd be no experience this fall. So we were so happy when the season was announced and Noelle signed up to get back into Girls on the Run. And this year, more than ever, it really helped build her confidence and have some interaction with people in a year when all of her routines and everything was disrupted. So thank you, Girls on the Run. Thank you, Coach Astrid and coaches Heather and Michelle. And Noelle and I love it.
Thank you so much. We love Girls on the Run.
She cracks me up all of the time. And I know Noelle and one of my other girls, Valley, is on here right now too. And they just did their 5K.
I love it. Thank you so much, George and Noelle, for sharing the impact that Girls on the Run has had on you and your family. And we're so glad that you keep coming back with us. Along with the dedicated individuals that contribute to our program, we're also supported by the financial impact of local sponsor organizations. And we want to give each of these their due shout out. We're incredibly lucky to have the support of the PA Dairymen's Association, Exude LLC, First Round, Hangley, Aronchik, Segal, Pudlin Schiller, the Janie Montgomery Scott Women's Interactive Network, JP Morgan Chase, and M&T Bank. We could not do this without your support. And if you're interested in getting your organization involved as a sponsor, send them to our website. The link is in the chat. And we actually are lucky to have a video from one of our newest sponsors, the Janie Women's Interactive Network, and they have a short message for us.
Hello, my name is Maureen Cunningham, and I work at Janie Montgomery Scott, LLC. Janie is a full-service wealth management, capital markets, and asset management firm with headquarters in Philadelphia. I am a steering committee member of Janie's Women's Interactive Network, affectionately known as WIN. WIN strives to provide all employees the opportunity to achieve their full potential by providing access to development and leadership resources in an inclusive environment. WIN members work to deliver on this mission with an emphasis on the advancement, retention, and recruitment of women at Janie. One of WIN's core purposes is to invest in our communities by giving back. That is why we are so proud to sponsor the Girls on the Run virtual 5K and their mission to inspire young girls to be joyful, healthy, and confident.
Thank you so much.
Girls on the Run, Philly. Hello.
Sorry about that. Thank you so much for your contributions, Janie, Women's Interactive Network, for making this a successful event. And then our last video to share with you, this is really fun. We've partnered this season with another nonprofit organization, the Travis Manion Foundation. We hosted an event with them in November. Some of you may have been at. Travis Manion Foundation empowers veterans and families of fallen heroes to develop character in future generations. Their vision is to create a nation of purpose-driven individuals and thriving communities that are built on character. And we connected with them because our organization's core values are very similar, and we both rely on volunteer mentors to develop young people and character in our communities. You may have seen some videos that we shared on social media from Travis Manion mentors. We also emailed some of them to you. We were so excited that they sent us messages of encouragement. So today we have a video from mentor Sin Cook, and she's wishing everyone a successful 5K. So we hope you can take her words of encouragement with you as you do a 5K your way, if you haven't already, or whatever next physical challenge you set for yourself. She's got some words of encouragement for you.
Girls on the Run, Philly. Hello, my name is Sheena Kook, and I am a TMF mentor in the West Region in California. I'm so excited that you have decided to embark on this adventure of your 5K. I know each and every one of you will do great, and you know why? Because you have a whole team of girls, ladies next to you that will help you go on this goal. I am so excited to congratulate you all, or to just kind of encourage you, because I'm a runner myself, and I ran cross country and track and field in college, and it was one of the greatest experiences. And you know why? It's because of the team. And I know each and every one of you has a team behind you, so I know that you will be able to complete this goal. You know what? Some days you might be overwhelmed, you might be frustrated because you're like, man, I ran faster yesterday than today. Don't worry about it. At the end of the day, it's not how fast you run. It's just completing it with a group of people that will encourage you and be right by your side. So I just want to say congratulations again. I know each and every one of you will do great, and good luck.
I love it. All of the videos we received from the Travis Manion mentors were just so wonderful and heartwarming, and you could feel their love for our organization and their support for you. So as you've seen through these videos, offering this program takes the work of many dedicated individuals and organizations. And we want to thank every single person who has supported us seriously from the bottom of our hearts. Astrid and I, our colleagues, Colleen and Heather, all of our board, thank you so much. Operating a nonprofit is tricky in the best of times, and 2020 has forced us to adapt and work harder than ever to continue changing the lives of girls in Philadelphia. And the fact that we've been able to offer 2 community 5K events and a fall season after our spring season was cut short is really, it is just such a great representation of the support we have in our community. So thank you so much for your support today, for being with us through the technical difficulties. Thank you, Astrid, so much for jumping on after finishing your 5K. And I see you've got your Girls on the Run cape on. Do you have your tutu as well?
Oh, no, I did not put the tutu on. I thought it would be that extra, but
Show us the cape.
Got the cape.
Running is my superpower. Woo!
But I forewent the tutu, much to the dismay of my girls, of course.
Well, thank you so much for being a dedicated coach, for planning these virtual 5Ks with me and working on so many other aspects of our program.
Of course. And speaking of some dedicated coaches, think we're ready to introduce another one to our group this morning. So we're going to welcome my friend, Coach Becca. Coach Becca started with Girls on the Run this season, but she is no stranger to the local running community and also the local yoga community. Becca dedicates so much of her time between working within the running community for different populations, running some crazy races that she could tell you about as well. But she's also an amazing yoga teacher, and we've brought her on today to lead us in a post-run style, more gentle yoga. So I'm going to toss it over to Coach Becca.
Yes. So Coach Becca, you should be able to unmute yourself. You're a little dark right now.
Should I turn on this light? Is that better?
Oh, there you go. Now we can see you a little better. And before you get started, Becca, I want to reiterate, I know it's most helpful to you as an instructor if you've got some participants on video. So if anyone feels comfortable having your video on for the yoga portion of our event here, send a message in the chat. And what I'll do is promote you to panelist and ask you to turn video on. So I'll watch for those messages here coming through, Becca. So you might not see anybody on video right away. And then hopefully we'll get a couple people. So we're going to hand things off to you.
Thank you, Erin and Astrid, and I'm honored to have been a coach this season. It was an amazing opportunity for myself, and I hope that it's okay for me to speak for my fellow coaches, Coach Erin and Coach Katie. We had a wonderful time with the Bella Vista team. I'm sad that the season is over, but I'm excited to be a part of the wider Philadelphia network. And as we teach in the program, stretching is so important before and after. So for those of you who did your run today, awesome, we can stretch today together. And just a reminder, if you're newer to yoga, that please feel free to use this time to move your body in whatever way feels good for you. And maybe you'll learn something that you like and you can incorporate to your day, post-run, pre-run, etc. So we'll get started. We have 30 minutes. This is my cat, Bitsy Bee. She might be joining us today. So again, we'll move and we'll breathe together. And for those of us that are unfamiliar with yoga, yoga is an old, ancient style of moving our body and self-regulating. So the breath is important as well as the physical shapes that we take. So we'll start today, if you want, either standing or seated. I'll start standing. And I'd invite you to close your eyes. If you feel comfortable, maybe put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, so that you can feel your physical body. And then we'll take 3 breaths together. We'll do everything in breaths, cycles of 3. So if you're joining me, exhale completely. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. 2 more just like this, big breath in. Long breath out. 1 more big breath in. Long breath out. Blink your eyes open. If they were closed, you can release your hands by your sides. We'll take the first pose in yoga called mountain pose. So if you're seated, please come to stand. Your feet are on the floor and we're standing up really tall. So the best posture that you can think of, maybe roll your shoulders up to your ears, back behind you and down to the ground, and get even taller. And then we'll take 3 breaths. This is mountain pose. With me or on your own. First we exhale. Take a big breath in. Let it go. 2 more big breath in. Let it go. 1 more big breath in. Let it go. Then we'll take cows and cats. If you're familiar with this, you can begin on your own, or again, you can join me. We'll interlace our fingers and we'll press our palms forward. We'll round our back and we'll drop our chin to our chest. This is cat pose. And then this is cow pose. We'll lift our arms up and arch our back and look back. So we'll take these two shapes with our breath. Interlace your fingers, press your palms forward, stretch your arms up, look up. This is cow, big breath in. And as we exhale, cat, press away. 2 more, big breath in, stretch up for cow, and exhale, cat. 1 more like this, inhale, stretch up, and exhale, cat. 1 more time, reach up for cow, and then release your hands. Shake out anything you want to shake out. Try to get this so that you can see my head and my body. It's a little bit better. And we'll come to stand where we have some space. So if you are on a yoga mat on the long side, we'll take a couple movements together from mountain pose. Feet are on the floor, stretch your arms to the ground, stand up really tall for 1 breath. Big breath in. Let it go. Then we'll take a really wide stance. Toes point out, stretch your arms wide. This is star pose. Big breath in. Let it go. Now goddess pose, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Big breath in. Let it go. 1 more time, star pose, stretch long. Big breath in. And out. We'll come back to mountain. We'll repeat this to the other direction. From mountain pose, take a breath. Let it go. Stretch your other leg wide. Toes point out, stretch wide, star pose, big breath. Exhale. Goddess pose, bend your knees, bend your elbows, stay for an inhale. And exhale. Star pose, stretch long, straight reach. Big breath in. And out. And then feet together, mountain. We'll do this 1 more time on each side. We'll add banana pose. Taking a side stretch. Stretch your arms up. And then side stretch to one side. And press your hips to the other. This is banana pose. Stay for a breath. Let it go. Come back to mountain for a breath. Let it go. Step wide, star, toes point out, reach your fingers wide, big breath in. And out. Goddess pose, bend your knees, bend your elbows. Star pose for a breath. Mountain pose for a breath. Second side, ladies, girls, whoever's joining us today, we start with our banana to the other direction. Reach your arms up, side stretch in the other direction. Press your hips, lengthen, breathe. Mountain pose, hands by the sides, breathe. Star pose, step the other foot wide. Reach long, breathe. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, goddess pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more time, star, reach long. Mountain pose for a breath. I feel my heartbeat a little bit faster after moving a little bit more. We'll do another one of these where we'll move, we'll breathe. I'm gonna face the side so just so you can see me. So mountain pose, again, feet are on the floor, stand up nice and tall, take a breath. Let it go. Reaching mountain, stretch your arms high, reach to the sky, take a breath. Let it go. Fold forward, touch your toes. Maybe bend your knees if you can't reach the floor. Take a breath. Let it go. And then in yoga, we want to stretch our spine. So we'll come to this shape. Press your hands into your legs. and get really long through the spine. Take a breath here. Let it go. Touch the toes for a breath. Let it go. Reach to the sky for a breath. Let it go. Mountain pose. We'll do that 2 more times. You can do it with me or you can do it on your own. We're stretching the back of our legs and we're getting long through the spine. So here we go. Feet on the floor, mountain pose. Breath in. Breath out. Reach to the sky. Breath in. Breath out. Touch your toes. Maybe bend your knees. Breath in. Breath out. Long through the spine. Breath in. Breath out. Touch your toes. Breath in. Breath out. Reach for the sky. Breath in. Breath out. Mountain pose. Breath in. Breath out. One more just like this. Reach high. Breathe in. Breathe out. Touch your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Touch your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach for the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands by the sides, mountain. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take a moment to notice if you like that. If you didn't like that, shake it out. It's over now. We'll take some other shapes. Again, if you're on a yoga mat, maybe stand on the long side so that you have some space and take a wide stance. Kind of like what we did with our star, but now our feet are facing forward. We'll come into warrior 2 pose if you are familiar. One set of toes faces the side and the front knee bends. And then stretch your arms long. This shape is called warrior 2. It's a strong shape. It's a powerful shape. Notice how you feel in this shape. Front knee is bent, back leg is strong. We'll take 2 breaths here. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more big breath in. Big breath out. If you want, you can straighten this or you can keep the front leg bent. Back hand touches back leg, front arm reaches up. This is reverse warrior. This is a side stretch. Notice if you like this. Notice if you don't like this. Can you stay here for 2 breaths? Maybe straighten the front leg. Big breath in. Let it go. One more big breath in. Let it go. Back to warrior 2. And then tip forward like a teapot. And then rest your elbow on your front leg. And then you decide back hand to hip. Maybe you reach it up. Maybe you reach it up and over. Notice, breathe. We'll be here for 2 breaths. You can always straighten the front leg. Big breath in. Let it go. One more big breath in. Let it go. Come back up to warrior 2. Straighten through the front leg if you're not already there. Tap out your thighs. Give your thighs a little massage. All toes point forward, and then we'll fold forward. This again gets into the back of the legs. Stay here, maybe shake your head. An option to twist. Doesn't matter which way you twist, one hand underneath your face, and then the other arm reaches up. We'll stay here for 2 breaths. Big breath in. Let it go. One more big breath in. Let it go. Come back down, we'll twist the other way. One hand underneath your face. Reach your back or your other arm up, or maybe it comes to your hip. 2 breaths, big breath in. Let it go. One more big breath in. Let it go. Hands to the floor, and then slowly come up. We'll do all of this on the second side. So whichever way you did it, already go. Turn those toes to the side. Bend through that knee. Back leg is strong. Arms reach long in either direction, or maybe you bring your hands to here, here, or something else. We'll be here for 2 breaths. Can you stay for a big breath in? And a big breath out. One more like this, big breath in. Big breath out. Remember, like we did on the first side, the back hand touches the back leg. The front arm reaches straight up to the sky. Stay here and breathe. Take a breath in. Big breath out. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Back to warrior 2. Tip your teapot forward. Elbow touches your leg. You decide if your back hand is at your side. Maybe you reach it straight up. Maybe it comes over your ear. You decide, and then we'll take 2 breaths together. Big breath in. Let it go. One more big breath in. Let it go. Back to warrior 2. Straighten through your front leg. Tap it out. Give yourself a massage. And then all toes face the same direction as your face. And we'll come back to fold to the floor. Hands touch the floor. Something different this time. Bring your hands onto the floor so that you have some support, and then lift your heels away from the ground. And then bring your heels onto the floor. Lift your toes away from the ground. Maybe 2 more times like this. Lift your heels. Lift your toes. Come back to your full foot being on the ground and shake your head. Shake it for 3, 2, 1. And then we'll come all the way back up. However you'd like to get into mountain, you can bring your feet together in one big jump or several steps. And then jump it in and then shake it out. Roll out your wrists, roll out the ankles, maybe roll the head. We'll do a couple balancing postures, and then we'll come to the floor. If you're on a mat, come to the back of the mat. If you have space, come a little bit behind your space, because we're going to step forward. Hands to the hips. Take your favorite leg and lift it up, and then slowly bring it to the ground. Shift your weight into that leg. Tip your body and lift your back leg. This is called airplane pose. Reach your arms back, and then we'll come back. We'll try this 2 more times. Feet together, hands on the hips. Look forward. Your favorite leg. Remember which one's your favorite leg. We're doing this 2 more times with this leg. Lift it up. Step it forward. Shift your weight. Wiggle and wobble. Maybe straighten your arms. Airplane pose. And then we'll come back. 1 more time. Same leg. Stand tall in your mountain. Lift your favorite leg. Step it forward. Shift your weight. Maybe the back leg lifts. Maybe it stays connected to the floor. Arms stretch long. Airplane. And then we'll come back. Shake it out. We'll do the second side. Your second favorite leg. Come to the back of your space. Stand tall, proud, strong in your power, in your worth, in your mountain. Feet on the floor really tall as you can be, shoulders down away from your ears. Hands to your hips. The second leg, lift it up. Step it forward. Wiggle and wobble like me. Shift your weight. Maybe lift the back leg. Maybe stretch your arms long. This is warrior 3. This is airplane. And then we'll come back. 2 more times, same leg, lift it up. Step it forward. Shift your weight. Lift the back leg. Stretch the back arms, or the arms back. We only have the 2 arms. And then we'll come back. Last time, same leg, second favorite leg. Lift it up. Place it on the floor. Shift your weight forward. Lift your back leg. Stretch your arms back. Airplane. And then we'll come back. Shapes like this are balancing poses when we're just on the one leg. It also gets us really strong back here, which is helpful when we run. We need our strength for when we run. Last balancing posture we will take before we come to the ground today is tree pose. I know that the girls on the Bella Vista team were familiar with this pose. Maybe you are as well. Favorite leg, bend your favorite leg. Knee comes to the side. And then put your foot against your leg. This is tree pose. You can also decide to bring your leg a little bit higher. Maybe you bring the leg a little bit higher. Wherever you want to be today, maybe you reach your arms wide. Maybe you reach them up. Maybe you touch your head. We'll be here for 3 breaths. Big breath in. Big breath out. 2 more, big breath in. Let it go. 1 more, big breath in. Let it go. Release your arms, release your leg, shake out your standing leg, shake out your other leg. Balance can sometimes be challenging. One leg might be easier to stand on than the other, so we'll see. Back to our mountain pose with both feet on the floor. Standing up really tall, proud, and worthy. I like to bring my hands to my hips. And then your second favorite leg. Bend your knee. Knee to the side. Connect your foot and your leg. This is tree pose. You decide, where do you want to put your leg? Or your foot on your leg, I mean. Maybe you bring it higher for this side. Maybe you stretch your arms long. Or like our star pose. Or you touch your head, like me. Whatever you're doing, can you take 3 breaths here? And if you fall out, we'll just come back. Only 3 breaths. Here we go. 1 breath in. 1 breath out. Second breath in. Second breath out. Last one, 3rd breath in. 3rd breath out. And then everything release. Shake what you got going on. Shake it all out. And now we'll come to the floor. So we'll come to sit down. And we'll bring our legs long. If you're like me and it's hard to lengthen your legs, you can bend them. We'll sit really tall, hands by our sides. You can be here, or you can fold forward. You can touch your toes, you can touch your legs, doesn't matter. You decide if you want to stay up or if you fold. We'll be here for 3 breaths. Here we go. Breath 1. Breath 2. Breath 3. If you fold it forward, come back up. Remember that tree shape that we were just in like 1 moment ago? We're gonna take the same shape now that we're seated. I'll face you. So from this shape, favorite leg bends to the side. Other leg is long. You can be lifted or you can fold. We'll be here for 3 breaths. Here we go. Breath 1. Breath 2. Breath 3. Sit all the way nice and tall. Same leg that's bent, lift the knee up towards the ceiling. We're going to take a twist. You twist towards the bent leg. Hold on to the leg and then hold on to the floor behind you. In this twisted shape, we'll be here for only 2 breaths. Breathe with me or breathe on your own. Big breath in. Let it go. 1 more big breath in. Let it go. Face your feet. Extend your feet long. Hold on to the floor. Shake it out. We'll take these couple shapes on the second side. So first we folded forward. We already did that. And then we'll come into our tree shape on the side. So second favorite leg bends to the side. Sit really tall or fold forward. You decide. 3 breaths here. Big breath in. Let it go. 2 more big breath in. Let it go. 1 more big breath in. Let it go. Lift all the way up. Last is our twist. Knee that's bent comes up to the ceiling. Look towards the bent leg and hold on to the bent leg. Other hand is behind you for support. So we're twisting. We'll be here for just 2 breaths. Here we go. Big breath in. Let it go. 1 more big breath in. Let it go. Face your feet. Legs are long. Shake it out. Now we'll come onto our backs. Ugh. Feet are on the floor. Knees are pointed to the ceiling. We'll take bridge pose to lengthen the thighs and to take the opposite shape that our that our cat was, where we rounded the spine forward. Now we're going to arch the spine. Hands are by the sides, feet are on the floor. When you're ready, lift up. Stay here for 3 breaths. Big breath in. Let it go. 2 more big breath in. Let it go. 1 more big breath in. Let it go. Come back down to the ground. Maybe shake it from side to side. Maybe rock your head from side to side. Then we'll take happy baby. Knees come in. And then you can hold your feet up. Maybe you hold onto your feet or your legs like this. You can be still or you can rock a little bit from one side to the other side, just to get our feet in the air. And for those of you that did your 5K this morning, maybe your feet feel a little bit tender. And no matter if we ran this morning or we're gonna run later, or we ran last week, maybe we can all send some love to our feet and to everything that they do for us. Maybe wiggle the toes, maybe roll the ankles, maybe crack the toes, maybe kiss your hand. and kiss your toes. And when you're done with this, whatever you're doing, bring your knees close to you and give yourself a little hug. For all that you've done today, for all that you've done in your season with Girls on the Run, for all that you've learned, all the friends that you've made, all the miles that you've run. And then stretch your legs long, stretch your arms long. Maybe close your eyes. And see if you can melt onto the floor. Get closer to the floor. And we'll take 6 breaths together here. You can count in your head with me. You can just let me count for you. First, we're going to exhale. Breathe in and out. That was 1. Breathe in and out. That was 2. Breathe in and out. That was 3. Breathe in and out. That was 4. Breathe in and out. That was 5. Breathe in and out. That was 6. With your eyes open or closed, stretch your arms long overhead. Stretch your feet in the opposite direction like your first morning stretch. Rock over to your favorite side. And then we'll come to sit. You can sit with your legs crossed. You can sit butterfly. You can sit in a different way if you like. And sit really tall. Kind of like our mountain, but now we're sitting. Roll the shoulders up and then let them go. Squeeze your fists and then release your hands. Wrinkle your face, squeeze your nose, scrunch your lips, and then let it go. An option to end the same way we started, left or one hand, doesn't matter which, on your heart, one hand on your belly. And we'll take 3 more breaths together. If you're joining me, exhale. Last 3 breaths together. Big breath in. Let it go. 2 more big breath in. Let it go. 1 more big breath in. Let it go. Thank you so much for joining, for moving your body, for stretching with me today. I appreciate this opportunity, not only to coach a team this fall season, but then also to do some yoga with you. So thank you, Astrid and Erin, for this opportunity, and I will turn back to you.
Thank you, Coach Becca. We greatly appreciate you spending time with us this morning and getting us all stretched out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Becca. I will be honest, I did not fully partake in the class as I was trying to wrap up the logistics, but just the reminders to breathe, I feel so much more relaxed. Any little, snafus that we had with Facebook earlier, I'm now over it. Thank
Some
you.
of our board members hung on. Paula, our board chair, stuck on with her son. So that's awesome. Marielle, also another member of our board. So thank you all so much.
Yes. We had someone join us all the way from Minnesota for yoga. So you're getting your reach there. And I see you were also live streaming it on Instagram. So hopefully a few people got to join through there. And this whole program recording, we're going to make available for all of our community on YouTube. And we'll be posting the link to it probably tomorrow. So thank you so much for all of you that participated and hung out here with us this morning. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day and your holiday season, and we look forward to seeing you in 2021 as we continue to offer Girls on the Run to our community here in Philadelphia. Take care, everyone.
Bye now.
Bye. Thanks, Paula. Thanks, Lindsay.